I mean, geez, our first tour together, I can never remember if it's 2011, that Tour Loko.
Do you remember? Yeah, it was probably the Tour Loko.
Because that was my first tour. I was with the Mice and Men, and you got like Woe Is Me was on it. And that's the first time I like ever met you guys. Because the next tour after was Warped Tour, and I went out with you guys on that. So I mean, we've known each other for quite some time.
Yeah, it's been a minute, man. So that's God, it's at least been 10 years, probably.
Oh, for sure. I mean, we've definitely been through some shit. I was like, ever since we, said we're going to do the podcast together, I was trying to remember all the memories that we've had together, but there's so many that as soon as I start to like think of one, my brain tries to switch and like I can't even get like a full memory, like because there's so many.
The tours just kind of jumble together,
right?
And it always I'll be talking to somebody like, yeah, that was on that tour. And I'm like, no, I thought that was this tour,
right?
So it all is just like a big blur. I definitely remember like certain things, but like now, like looking back, it's or I'll see a picture or something like a picture from like back then, and I'm like, oh my God, I remember that. Like I forgot about that. Like but like it's like I mean like doing back to back tours, like it all just goes like it's all just one big blur.
There's one, and forgive me, throughout the episode I might just blurt out some random ones if they come to my head, but the one that
all good.
There's actually a one or two that I'll say right now. One of them is the very first tour on that, Tour Loko. You had the coolest fucking Drop Dead jacket with like, that kitten with the brains and it was like lime green. Dude, I remember taking a photo of that in LA. I think it was the last show, and you were wearing it, and I was like, the jacket's so fucking sick, dude.
Dude, what's funny? So it's funny you said that because there's a funny story. I bought that jacket off of a kid. Like,
oh really?
At a show. Like, yeah, he came up to the merch table and he was like asking about he came up to our merch table and he was like wanting a shirt and everything. And I was like, I saw that jacket and I was like, God, that jacket's so sick. Looking back now, I would never ever in a million years wear that now. But back then, I was like, that's the sickest jacket I've ever seen.
Oh, dude, yeah.
But so this kid comes up to our merch table. He's like wanting a shirt, and I was like, I tell you what, how about I give you like $40 for that jacket, and I'll give you a free T-shirt. And he was like, deal.
Yeah.
Like, or I can't remember exactly how much I paid for it, but I offered him like maybe like $30-$40 for it.
Probably half of what it was worth.
Yeah, I was like, I'll give you like $30-$40 of that for that jacket, and then I'll give you. You can just have a free Woe Is Me T-shirt. I'll give you a free T-shirt. And he was like, deal.
Damn.
I was like, hey. So like, I bought that jacket off of a kid. I just offered him. I was like, hey, what would it take? Like, could I buy that jacket off you? And he's like, yeah. So he let me. And so after that, I like wore that damn jacket like every day.
Well, dude, I remember it for sure because I was like, fuck, I want that shit. The other one that comes to my mind is, I can't remember what tour it was, but it was the tour that actually, I think it was the Woe Is Me. It was the first. Well, obviously it was Woe Is Me. It was the first tour in a bus. We had Trotta. It was before the tour, and like downstairs in the basement where you guys practiced. For some reason, you had some like really flat bill hat on, and you had like your leg up on the riser, and you were just like doing some weird shit, like some country shit, like moving your arms and like a chicken. Like it was so, I don't know, dude. Selective memory, I guess.
I was like trying to do like a Creed voice, or I was
something,
like doing like
yeah. Oh, dude.
I was like acting like we were listening, like playing like butt rock or something.
Dude, you would do the Creed shit a lot though. Like throughout like the entire time I've ever been with you guys, whether even it was like, the short, time I was with you guys with Issues. Like,
yeah,
I remember that for sure.
Yeah.
You and Kevin, dude, ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, we still do it.
Well, yeah, you guys are in the new band together.
Yeah.
Dude, that's sick. Yeah, tell me about that shit, dude. Because I mean, just besides following you on Instagram, like, I'm busy as it is, and I try to keep up, but doing the podcast is fun because I get to, well, now ask about this band that I've seen you have, but yeah, I'm curious to know more about it.
Yeah, we just started well like yeah, Kevin and I well first of all, yeah, we live together. So
Oh, okay.
uh, yeah, so I see him like every day. But yeah, it's cool. We started this project like basically like after kind of like issues. I've kind of talked about it a little bit before, but
Mhm.
after issues, I was in this band Wild Heart for like a brief period of time. And Kevin played in that with me.
I remember that,
Um,
yeah, vaguely.
it wasn't like heavy at all. Like it was very like it was very just like almost borderline country,
Okay,
but
all
like
right.
it was like kind of like like rock southern kind of like folky kind of a little bit, but like it was a completely different thing, and I kind of wanted to do that to get out of like because I was kind of like tired of playing metal for
Mhm.
a while, like just been doing it for so long. So after that, I was like, I want to do something different, man. So I went
Yeah.
and we put drums in that, and that didn't really ha- go anywhere. You know, like whatever. Um, anyways, that we ended up breaking up or whatever. But after that, they pretty much told me like, yo, let's just be heavy, like let's just do what we know, like you know, like let's just play what we're really good at and
Mhm.
everything. And like I still love the Wild Heart songs. Like I still listen to them. It sucks like because I think some of those songs are like really sick, and some of the ones we've never even put out are just incredible. I love them, but it was very different and like um, but yeah. So like after that, like they kind of like convinced me to start doing vocals again. So I did. And I was like, so we just started writing some. We started writing some stuff and like just kind of like stuff that we were familiar with, that we had
Mhm.
been doing and we were, I guess, good at.
Yeah.
But but yeah, so after that we started doing that and um we our lineup right now is fucking awesome. I will say. We had two other guys and they kind of like to be quite honest with you, I literally have no idea what happened. Um um we were playing with Michael Owens. I won't like go into detail or anything, but
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's so funny because somebody actually commented on my picture today on Instagram. They go, "What happened to Michael Owens?" And I literally like swear to God, I'm like, I have no fucking clue.
I don't know, fuck,
I have
yeah.
no clue. I don't know what happened to Michael Owens because the last dude, I've like he literally just stopped responding and like I heard some like stuff happen between him. I don't know. I won't go
Yeah, no, he vanished. He's gone. Yeah.
he literally
Yeah.
just completely vanished. And I sent him a long, lengthy text, bro, I care about you, man. Like, if you ever need anything, I'm here for you. Like, but like, basically, we were like, hey, man, because he wasn't responding to us. He was like, kind of like being very weird. And like, we had this tour, the Scary Kids tour coming up. I was like, hey, man, I need to know if like you're gonna be there
Mhm.
for this tour. And he just would not respond.
Damn, dude.
And anyways,
Yeah.
I ended up telling him like, hey man, if you ever need anything, I love you to death. Like you're my boy. Like we go way back, and I care deeply about you. But like I think we need to like find somebody. Like maybe you just sit this tour out, and then
Mhm.
just like get get it together. Like we got to make sure you're okay, your mental health is okay, and everything. And I was like, maybe like we just have somebody because it was only a 2 week tour. I was like,
Yeah.
it's only a 2 week tour. Maybe we have somebody come in, just fill in like just for this tour, and then like we can assess afterwards and see where you're at and see where your head's at and everything. And he never even responded to that, and that
Damn.
was God. That was like 8 months ago.
It's a
Still have
bummer.
not heard from him to this day. I don't
Well,
know what he's doing or anything. So it's
hopefully it's
so funny
okay.
when people a couple people have commented like, "What happened to Michael Owens?" And
I don't know.
I'm like, oh, I don't know.
I don't know. You tell me.
I legitimately don't know what happened to him.
Ask him.
Like,
Ask him for me and let me know.
yeah, if you find him, let me know
Yeah.
because I don't no clue, dude. Like,
um, but yeah, let's see.
yeah. So, but
Obviously,
anyways, our lineup right now
yeah.
is awesome. Um, we have a Chris Lent. He's playing drums, and he was in from first to last, and then he was in I set my friends on fire.
That's
Actually,
where I recognize him from.
he was on that tour. Yeah, the
Yeah.
Tour Loko.
That's where
So
I
yeah,
recognize him from. I think I'm friends with him on Facebook, to be honest. Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so you say, yeah, you know Chris. So yeah, he was in I Set My Friends on Fire, and he was in
Good dude.
from first to last. But yeah,
Okay.
and Alex, our other guitarist, he was in Danger Kids.
Is he? So I'm looking at. I'm on your guys' the website on the was it the Downright merch just because it has your band promo. So I'm looking at
Oh
it.
yeah,
You're in the middle. Chris is on the far left. Are you talking about Blonde or
yeah. Alex is Bohn.
because he looks familiar? I think we're friends on social media. Social media, you know how it goes. But okay,
Yeah.
he's a familiar
Yeah, he was in
face.
Danger Kids.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then you got Kevin's dad looking ass.
Yep.
I love
Kevin,
him. I'm just busting his balls.
Papa Kevin.
Papa Kev. And
And
then
then our bass player Jeremy, he was in some local bands that we Kevin and I grew up playing with.
okay,
We just Jeremy and I went to the same high school.
okay, cool.
Everything. So I've known Jeremy for years. It's probably been like I've known him for like 20 years. But we Kevin when Michael Owens vanished, Kevin was like Kevin was like, yo, like I might hit up what do you think about hitting up Jeremy Crow? And I was like, oh, that's not a bad idea. Cause Jeremy actually is a guitarist and he's fucking phenomenal
Okay,
at guitar. And we just knew him from like growing up, like and playing local shows together. He was in some local bands that we played with and everything. And I just always remember Jeremy just like ripping on guitar. I was like, damn, he's so good. But Kevin was like, we need a bass player though. Do you want me to ask him if you'd be down to play bass? And so Jeremy he was all in, and he's actually just such a super down to earth guy. We love having him.
that's
He's
awesome, man.
great. So
Yeah,
yeah, our we have now is like really cool. Everybody's been doing it for a while. Nobody's like it's not like amateur hour for anybody. So
right. Yeah.
cool to have people that have a lot of touring experience under their belt. You know.
So going off of obviously, the people know you that you've been in Woe Is Me issues, and then I mean, what was the other one that you started right after before this that didn't
Oh, Wild Heart.
Wild? Yeah. Okay. So you've been doing this for a while. The rest of the guy, you and Kevin, of course, the other guys. Like you said, no newbies really. What's kind of like going into this project? This new band. Do you kind of have a way of like you're like, okay, we're going to do this different. Like, because, we did this in the past that worked, but this is obviously a new project, learning from mistakes or just doing things different. Like, what are you guys doing regarding
Very
that?
much so. Um, yeah, dude. I think this time around, our 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 expectations are higher.
Okay.
Just because like we're not young, naive kids anymore. You
Mm-hmm.
know, so
Yeah.
we're not just gonna do and say yes to everything. Um, we're not gonna do like we're not just gonna be young. We're not young and naive. We've been doing this for so long. Like
Mm-hmm.
now our expectations are higher. We're smarter. We've learned a lot. We've all been like kind of put through the ringer. Um, so yeah, like I think just in general our expectations are higher. Like every single person in this band, like is insanely talented. And so I think we like, and we're not being arrogant or
Of
cocky or
course.
anything.
Yeah. No.
I just think our expectations are higher because we're not young and dumb anymore, and we're not stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Like out of high school, right out of high school, so many of these bands like they go right out of high school, they get signed, and then they just sort of like yeah, whatever, like cool, we're signed, but like they just say yes to everything, and they like they get buried. But now like we're being very cautious with like who we work with, like what we do,
Okay.
um like what tours we want to take, like where we want to record, how we want to approach things, how we want to put things out, how we want to market ourselves. We're not just like going like, hey, here's our new album. We don't want to
Mm-hmm.
just go, hey, here's our new album, here it is, like post it on our stories.
Yeah.
Like we just have like much higher expectations this time, and we know what we want, and we're not basically this time we're not willing to like settle, you know.
That makes sense. So going off
So
of that, like, the part you said about like the marketing aspect and stuff like that. Because I'm looking at the Instagram right now, at the Villa Worship, it says disruptive rock. So, I mean, when you're marketing it, why is it called like disruptive one? I don't even know really what that means, but like, when you're
yeah,
telling people about the band and whatnot, like it says in your bio on the Instagram, disruptive rock. Why that? And what even really is that?
So basically, like, basically the villa is kind of like to, I guess the reason why we say disruptive rock is because we're kind of like trying to disrupt like people's way of thinking, and like people, like
Okay.
the way people were brought up, and people, everything they knew. Like for me, religion has a lot to play into, like, or religion plays a lot into the villa and the
Okay.
whole like thing. And for me, it's like my thing is like, like religion played such a huge part in my life,
Hmm.
and I felt kind of like I feel kind of like years were taking. There was good that came from it for me growing up in church and everything and around religion, and there's a lot of bad that really kind of like messed with my head.
Interesting.
And it wasn't until I got older and started traveling and like seeing other places and seeing other people and cultures until I got out of my bubble. It wasn't until that I started like going, man, I need to open up my mind and I really need to just think for myself. So we're basically like, for me, religion, I guess, but like you can take that concept for anything. So we're basically just trying to like disrupt people's way of thinking and like the way they view things, and like maybe get them to like open up their mind, and like maybe it's and let them know that it's okay to question like why they think that
Hmm.
or why they believe that. Like it's okay to question that. It's okay to get people out. We want you to get out of your comfort zone, and like, like, and just explore other things and explore like a different way of thinking, you know. Um, for me, I guess it's religion, and like I grew up in like I was able to like kind of get out of that and step out of that, and go, damn, why do I really believe this?
Hmm.
Why do I think like this? Like some of the things I was taught, like looking back now, I'm like, that's so messed up. Like, why would I ever believe that? Like so. Um,
Yeah.
we're just trying to like, and you can apply that to anything, any sort of like way of thinking, or like, beliefs that anybody has. It doesn't have to be religion, but like religion for us like plays a lot into this band and like this theme and everything. But yeah, I guess that's kind of like why we call it disruptive rock. We're just trying to like get people to open up their minds and like disrupt their kind of like way of thinking, and like go, maybe there's, I mean, maybe, basically make it okay to like question your
Yeah.
beliefs and like believe that, and like go, man, like maybe like, is this really true? Or like should I, you know,
I
just
get that.
get people out of the box,
Yeah,
out of
of
their bubble.
course. Because I mean, me, I'm born and raised Christian. I haven't been to church since, oh geez, I can't remember, way before high school. But I still hold like the values and everything and all that. And I'm not gonna go into my own beliefs and stuff because there's no point in it. But you know,
Yeah,
I have my my values and my beliefs and whatnot. And sometimes people can kind of get clouded by that and have just one straight and narrow minded view on you know their way is the right way and nothing else matters. Believe
yeah,
in God, nothing else. And this is just the church and religion route, but like you said, you can apply it to everything. But like I think that's cool that you're
yeah,
taking that route because people might listen to that and say they're a young kid who, is having trouble with, finding maybe their identity within religion,
exactly.
sports, or, anything. The spectrum is huge. So I think that's a pretty cool, way to promote your band. Well, it's not just a promotional thing, but it's just you guys as a band coming together, and that's what you guys are pretty much preaching, for lack of a better word.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I said, like it's more so just like it's like finding yourself, like, and finding who you really are, instead of just like going like, okay, this is what I was taught my whole life. This is just like what it is. Like
Hmm.
it really took me stepping out of my comfort zone, my little town in Georgia, to go, and not just with the religion, with like, with anything, like with like, you know seeing other cultures and how people are in, other countries and everything, and just even outside of Georgia,
Yeah.
like
Oh, for sure.
it's, so like I've just learned a lot, and like it took me kind of getting out of my bubble to go, damn, like maybe this isn't it, like maybe
Hmm.
like I mean, like there's a whole nother world out there, and I really had to like find myself, and like it took me like seeing other people and experiencing other things and cultures and
Yeah.
everything. So to realize like, yo, like maybe your way of thinking isn't always right, but
Of
like it
course.
could be,
It could be.
but
Yeah.
like, but but yeah,
You're going to have a lot of people that agree with you and disagree with you, no matter how open you are with anything. But that kind of brings me to something I'm curious about, because you're saying about the band, like, you guys are seasoned. You aren't, kids out of high school. You know what you're doing. You're saying, not saying yes to everything. You're being more, meticulous with your decisions and with the marketing. I mean, obviously, you guys have a good brand, something that not only just follows the name of it, but how you guys are putting on Instagram, your photos, all of that stuff. But it's going to find a good group of people, that are going to listen to it, but also with that branding of kind of the religion and like the name alone. I mean, even just the having the word worship in the Instagram
yeah,
thing, you're obviously, no matter what, you're going to have the people are going to be like, sorry, like Satan 666, like fuck you, like no,
yeah,
so there must be something of how to deal with that, because there's a reason, what you told me. Of course, not everyone can listen to this episode because I'm not fucking Joe Rogan. I don't have millions of reach yet. But
oh,
how
you
is that something you're going
could
about?
be.
I know, right? Yeah.
Hey, um, well, I guess it's kind of more so like I guess it's more so people are like, well, it's kind of nice because I kind of want people to ask about it, like ask yeah, we'll tell you, like, but like basically the way we're kind of approaching it is like, like yo, like we're just a group of guys, um like the villa and the entity of the villa worship is basically like just anyone who wants to find themselves, anyone who
Yeah.
wants to just like be accepted. It's okay. Like, like if you're struggling with something, your beliefs or what you feel like whatever, like basically like, and 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 it doesn't have to be like, and worship doesn't have to be necessarily tied to religion,
Of course. Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
because like you worship, like you can worship with music, but it doesn't have to be like, like through like, or like about religion, I
Of
guess.
course.
But yeah, like I don't know, it's kind of cool. Like I want people, like mostly, or actually most of the people that have asked, think that we are a Christian band and everything. It's funny because Jeremy, our bass player, when he
Mhm.
first got in, he was like, I guess they're a Christian band and everything. And I was like,
Nah.
he's like, and it was so funny because people were asking him, like, yo, dude, like you're not religious. Are you, like, did they know that you're not religious? And he's just like, I don't know, man. Like yeah. And I was like, oh, no, it's not like that. Like, yeah, like we just like, it's, we want people to ask. Like, it's okay to ask. Like obviously, like people might be a little confused, and like it's okay. Like if you want to ask us, or be like, what is the villa about? What does it mean? Like, what is the worship? Like we'll happily tell you. Like this is what we're about. Like we're just some dudes that like basically like came together at the right time. That like honestly, as lame as it sounds, like we kind of needed each other at that time. At the time we
Not
came
lame at
together.
all. I mean, it happened, shit
Uh,
happens for a reason, I
so,
mean,
so yeah, like we're just a group of guys that like the villa's for anybody who, you know, um, who's looking to find themselves.
I
So
dig it, man.
yeah,
Yeah. And I mean, it looks awesome. You guys have a music video out, right?
we do. But it came out like what, like almost a year and a
Oh,
half,
okay.
2 years
Okay.
ago. So we do have another one that we just shot. It's ready to go.
Oh, sick.
We just got yeah, we just got to get it out and get a release date for our album and everything. So
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to tune into some of this stuff. Like I said, I'm so damn busy. Like the fact that I told you this, I had a podcast like an hour before this one, and I'm like,
yeah,
holy shit. I'm trying to just keep busy and busy and busy because my weekdays are full, pretty much until nighttime. And I go to the gym, and that's when I usually listen to my music, and I just kind of have the same rotation. So I'll have to throw this in there and actually like dive in and full on like listen to the villa. So it looks
yeah.
sick.
Well, we do only have. I will say, we do. I mean, be my guest. You're more than welcome to. But like we do have two songs out, but they came out like I said, like a year and a half, 2 years ago,
Okay.
and they sound nothing like the new stuff.
Interesting.
But
Okay. I'll keep that
so
in
any
mind.
so what you hear on Spotify and like the music video, they're nothing like the new stuff. The new stuff's completely different. I'll send you a couple of the new
Oh,
songs
cool. Yeah, dude.
so you can like hear it.
So I
It's
guess
definitely not it's definitely nothing like the two we have out now. So.
okay. So I guess if you could, I mean, if you could combine, like, I don't know, what bands do you think they kind of sound like if you were to like mesh together like a couple or a few bands, like just so we can like get an idea of what
The new stuff is more so the new stuff's kind of a little bit of a, oh gosh, I don't even know how to put it. New stuff's maybe like a little bit of like Bad Wolves
okay.
with like Bad Wolves maybe mixed with like a little bit of Papa Roach and a little bit of Bring Me the Horizon, I guess.
All right. I can see
So
that
it's
for
kind of
sure.
like Bad Wolves. Yeah, I would say like Bad Wolves, Papa Roach, like meets Bring Me the Horizon meets like maybe a little bit of Shinedown, I guess, with like a little bit more of a like a little like with a little more balls to it, I guess.
I
So
mean, that
I
sounds
don't know.
sick to me.
So yeah, I guess all the though yeah, I would say we're kind of compares like Bad Wolves, Papa Roach, Shinedown,
Okay.
Bring Me.
I dig
So
it. Hell
that
yeah.
kind of
When
thing. We're kind of trying to go for a little bit broader, a little more like broader horizon. We just don't want to be stuck in a bubble.
yeah.
Like no offense to any, you know,
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying.
like I don't know, like we just don't want to be stuck in like a like okay, so they all come from metalcore background.
Mm-hmm.
We're just gonna make them metalcore.
Yeah.
No, like we want to broaden that shit. Like we don't want to just be like a metalcore band or people to think that we're just gonna be a metalcore band just because that's where we came from. Like nothing wrong with metalcore. I still listen to it to this day, but
Yeah.
like but like we just don't want people to like
Box you
you
in
know
on that. Yeah.
box us into that. Like we want to like broaden ourselves a little bit.
Yeah. Cause, then you'll get more, opportunities to do things that, like, I mean, for example, some of those bands that maybe, went from that metalcore scene and broke out. And of course, I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but they changed their sound a little bit and come a little bit more mainstream, not in a selling out way. That's just how they grew up with their own music. And they'll make those deals with having one of their songs in a movie or, more radio play or, hitting
Yeah.
charts that you can't really hit if you're, no shade, but, a Woe Is Me band, like you're not going to be hitting these
Yeah, or yeah,
crazy charts,
like you automatically like hit a ceiling.
Of
Like you're gonna
course.
hit like, and we don't want that. Like we don't. We want to automatically just go. We can go in this direction, or you can go in this direction. We can go heavier. We can go lighter. Whatever we want to do. So yeah, like we just like also the crowds like we don't want to we all come from like metalcore backgrounds and everything, like, so we don't want to play to those crowds, keep just playing to the same crowds.
Mhm.
We want to like definitely like please the older fans, but we want to make new fans as well. So like we don't want to like just keep playing to the same crowds over. Like we've played to all these crowds before. So we want to play to new crowds. We want to play to new people, a broader crowd. We want to
Yeah.
play for we want to play for Shinedown fans. We want to play for Papa Roach fans. We want to play for like all these other fans that we haven't, these markets that we haven't like reached yet.
Yeah, of
So
course. Yeah, because you'll have the fans that like, they know you from, they're fans of you from the Woe Is Me days or the Issues days. They'll come and see you because they know what you have done in the past. They know your voice and your talent. But now it's a different sounding band. So like you'll capture the old people from, Woe Is Me, Issues, etc. And now you'll be like, maybe they'll tell their friend that has, never didn't like Issues or Woe Is Me, and they're like, this is a different band, different sound, come check it out. And then you get
yeah,
a different demographic of, genre fans, I guess you could say. I don't know.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's what we're trying to do. We're just trying to reach a broader audience, basically.
I dig it. Yeah. I'm all for it, man. If there's anything I could ever do, I mean, I'm kind of away from the touring realm, but I'm always here if you ever need any work, a photo, video. I'm always down to work with the homies. So
Oh yeah,
yeah. Um, so obviously we're like what? Are we like 3 weeks away from the new year? Something like that.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
what's what's kind of the next step? I'm sure there's probably stuff you can't really, divulge, but for the band, what's kind of like this next thing? What's going on?
Basically,
Like plans, etc.
basically just getting this EP out. We had the EP ready to go. We shot a couple music videos for it and everything. We want to do um, we want to do a live performance. Right, like right off the bat, that's kind of the goal. I can't really give too much away, but like
Yeah, yeah.
we, we've talked about possibly doing like a live performance of the EP, or just like
Okay.
maybe like 2 or 3 songs off the EP. Because a lot of bands are doing that now, and it's cool. Like, because COVID's kind of like made it to where bands have to adapt and like change and like find new ways to reach people if they can't tour.
So like a
So
live stream, right? That's what you're talking about.
so yeah.
Okay,
So
cool. Yeah,
some
that's what I
some
figured.
people are doing like live streams or like
Oh yeah,
live
no, those things are
live
sick.
performances of their new stuff. Like Under Oath just did one.
Mm-hmm.
So like all these bands are doing this, and to kind of fill in the gaps from touring, and like I want to tour so bad. Like I love touring. But we just like for now, like we want, like our goal is to I don't know. We got to talk with the label and everything, and like and like see if we would be able to do like a live performance. But we would love to do something like that. And yeah, the next step is basically releasing a couple singles, releasing the music videos, and then getting the EP out. Like we're gonna it got kind of pushed back a couple times because we want to just release it right. We want to like make sure it's like 100% perfect, and the marketing behind it is like perfect and everything. Like I said earlier, I kind of brought it up. Like we don't want to just like go, hey, here's our new EP, here's a new single, like, and post it on our Instagram stories.
Yeah.
Ultimately, like that's not going to really do much for you.
Yeah, like a full-on marketing plan. Yeah,
like we want like a full marketing plan and like to do it right and everything. And so I know people are anxiously waiting. We want to put the music out so bad. Like,
oh yeah.
And it's definitely coming, but like we just want to make sure we have the right plan in place, like steps. Like we don't want to just put it out and then go, what now? Like we want to go, hey, here's a single, here's another single, here's the EP, and then maybe like here's like a live performance.
Yeah.
Bam. We're flooding you with content, So but yeah, so that's kind of the goal right now. Yeah, that's kind of where we're at. I don't know if we'll be able to release it. We probably won't. I mean, the music industry starts shutting down like end of December and everything. So I don't think we'll be able to put anything out like this month, but like hopefully once the new year starts, like maybe like a week or two into January, we'll be hitting it hard and like have like a solid plan and everything to like release the single and the date and everything. So that's the goal. We have the EP ready to go. We have music video ready to go. And we're just anxious as fuck to get it out
for that right time. Yeah. To make sure, it hits off instead of just kind of falls in the cracks, Yeah.
Yeah. Basically don't want to just go like, hey, we're releasing a new single, here it is, and then post it on our story.
And then
like whatever. Like, like we want to have a full, like sick ass marketing plan behind it and everything. And we do, like we're just working with like the label and everything, everybody at Velocity and everything. We're just working with them to, like come up with the best plan. So we're excited for it.
Dude, I'm stoked for all of the guys. I mean, you, Kevin, all the whole band, even the guys that I don't really know, but it seems like a badass band. Like I said, I mean, I'm going to listen to what you guys have out, but it's not a reflection on what you guys are about to release here, in the hopefully near future. Cause I'm definitely stoked now after talking to you to like hear the new stuff. Cause the bands that you were saying, like kind of sounds like, I mean, I'm like, damn, that's going to be some like badass shit. I'm always looking for new like workout jams. So
yeah. And I'll send you. I can send you over like the video and let you see it and everything, kind of like what we're going for.
But that's awesome, dude.
Yeah, I'm just, I hate making people wait. I don't want people to wait anymore.
That's hard. I can imagine, because you're like, there's the fact of you're excited. You made
it's ready to, like the fact that it's ready to go.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
The fact that it's like ready to go. We gotta just like release it like with the best plan,
Yeah. And then there's always and I don't think this will happen because I don't think you guys would wait this long, but there's always the thing in the back of your head. It's like, shit, if we wait too long, are we gonna miss this window where maybe this kind of music is gonna be a little like stale, you know?
Dated or
Little
yeah.
bit, but I don't think you guys are gonna wait that long. But I feel like that must be somewhat in the back of your head.
Oh yeah, like you don't want to lose hype.
No.
You know, like you kind of like start to think like, damn, are we losing hype? Like, are we gonna just like people gonna just like forget about us before we even put shit out? But, like that's kind of where we're at right now. We're just like, we can't lose our hype. We can't like,
Mhm.
we got to keep it going. Like we got to keep people interested and everything. But like so, I'm hoping within the new year, like maybe like late January, early February, like
Okay.
we'll get like release something. So
Okay, so that's dude, that's like I said, we're like what 3 weeks out from the new year. Dude, that's gonna go by so quick. It's gonna be
yeah,
insane.
or at least have like a date, like
Yeah.
late January or early February, like where we can go, hey, we're releasing the new single of this then, So
Yeah.
that's the goal.
Shit, dude. Well, it
So
sounds like you guys are, got everything fucking lined up perfectly, like I can't wait to see it, hit the ground running. Obviously, it's been, out. I'm looking at a website right now with honestly some pretty sick ass merch, I gotta say. So that's gonna fly.
yeah, we're excited. We're excited. We have some really cool designs for the album release too.
Oh,
So
I would
that's
imagine, dude.
but yeah, man, I'm just just anxious.
I bet. And then so I mean, to kind of tie in, because I know we were just, talking straight just band stuff. But I mean, to kind of tie in like personal life, I mean, I know you're doing, you got job going on just to obviously pay the bills and stuff. But I mean,
Yeah,
you're doing all right, you're doing good. I mean, I'm sure you missed the touring and that's gotta weigh on you for sure. But I mean, you're about to go to Disneyland
yeah,
soon, so that must be good.
yeah, dude, I miss it so much. Like you don't really realize how much you appreciate touring. Like on tour, or like when you do like multiple tours back to back, you get so burnt out easily. But like
Hmm. Oh yeah.
for me, like I'll be home for like 2 weeks and I'm like, all right, I'm ready to go again. But um, like we did the Scary Kids tour, and we got like a little taste of it again because it was a very short run.
Hmm.
But I don't know. I love it, and you just looking back, you just are like, damn, like did I take it for granted? Like
Yeah.
you don't even, but it makes you realize like this time around, you're like, if I get the opportunity again, like if I'm able to do it again, like I'm gonna take full advantage of it, and like I'm not gonna take it for granted. Like I'm gonna
Yeah.
realize, this shit is fun, and not many people get to do this.
Not at
So
all. Yeah. Um, so I just like I mentioned to you, text, and I think I might have mentioned it earlier. I just had my buddy, photographer, videographer, Bryce Hall.
uh-huh.
He just finished recently a 14-week run. And this was after, pandemic where he hasn't been really on the road at all, like everyone pretty much. He was saying, because
Yeah,
you've probably, this, and people listening probably have heard of this term, but the post tour depression,
yeah,
but he was saying, because we were talking about it a little bit, and everyone kind of has some form of like that post tour depression, and some people the word depression might be even too harsh of a word, the post tour blues or something. But
yeah,
he was saying that being home from tour for so long because of the pandemic allowed him to kind of start his home life, make those connections again with friends and relationships, and get settled into your home and whatnot for so long. And then out of nowhere, you're going on a tour. And he was saying that it was almost, kind of like a shock of like, what the hell, like what's going on, like
yeah.
kind of to get back into the groove. Like it was kind of weird. Like, what have you thought about that with the whole pandemic and when touring happens for the villa? Like, it's been a while,
Yeah.
so what do you think?
In a sense, I guess, but like, um, it's kind of weird. Like, I don't know. Like, I guess a lot has happened in my home life
Hmm.
since, like, since the pandemic's happened and everything, and like since I stopped touring, and like, so I kind of don't. I'm kind of like ready to like. It's almost like an escape in a sense. Like, I'm not saying I have like a rough home life right now, but like, like
I get it. Yeah.
I won't go into it, but like my not my girlfriend now, but like you know, uh, I was dating a girl for like 4 years, and we lived together, and we ended up like breaking up. So that really sucked.
I bet.
So that was really hard. And then yeah, just a lot of things happened. I was like, I ended up being like really, really depressed, and like a lot. I was in a really, really, really dark place and everything. A lot of things kept happening, and all this shit happened, and like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like it was like one thing after another, and so a lot of things in my home life were like I was like, why is this happening to me? Like, what the fuck is going on? And I just hit like rock bottom. So now I'm in a much better place.
Good, man. I'm glad to hear
I
that.
have a I have a great support system and everything. Like, I mean, I still struggle, with every
Yeah.
day, but you just learn different ways to deal with it. But like, I'm definitely in a lot better place now. But like, even still, I feel like if we were to tour, like if we were to get like a 2 month long tour or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
like I would be excited because it's almost like touring to me is almost like an escape from reality. You're just like,
Yeah. Of
I mean, it's still hard. Like,
course.
it's still tough touring. I mean, like it's not all parties and like fun and games, but like like still like touring kind of like gets you out of that little routine, that home life routine.
Makes
And it's
sense.
kind of nice to me to like be able to do that and just go like kind of escape and like
Express
uh,
yourself,
yeah,
through
well,
your
a nice
music.
change of scenery.
That oh yeah, that's for sure.
So
Yeah.
like it's just a nice to have that like change of scenery and like doing something else. So when we got that tour, like I was like stoked because um when we got the Scary Kids tour, like even though it was short, like I was stoked
Still
because
sick.
I was like, I'm gonna be touring again. I'm gonna be touring again.
Yeah.
Like fuck yeah, you know, like this is crazy. So I don't know. It's just like a lot of things. Maybe I don't know if I have the same take as Bryce, but like I definitely understand what he's saying.
Yeah.
It is nice to like kind of settle in and take care of a lot of things that you don't get to take care of when you're gone so much. But like for me, like a lot of things happened during the pandemic and during my time from issues to now to where I was like, I'll fucking tour. Like I gotta get the fuck out of here. Like a lot of like shit things kind of just happening in my home life
Yeah.
that I was like, yo, I'll tour. Yo, let's go. Like whatever.
Definitely two different like circumstances from you to Bryce. I was curious because I could feel like I could relate to both of you on that because I mean when I was gone for a long stretch of time, like life still goes on at home, nothing stops because you left for tour, like even friends might move away or, unfortunately, most of my friends, are from the tour world. Like yourself, you live in
Yeah.
Lincoln, Georgia, or, the Mice Boys, they're in LA. I mean, I have my select few friends that I have, at home that I grew up with, but, they got jobs. I mean, they
Yeah.
can't hang out with me all day because I have no current real job when I come home. So it's like one of those things where it's like, fuck, I have no one to hang out with. Like
Yeah. I feel that.
it's weird. And then I'm like, as soon as I'm like back on the road, I'm like, all right, let's go.
Yeah. You're like, oh, got all my homies here,
Right.
you know?
Yeah, it's different. It's crazy. But I can relate to both of you
Yeah.
on that for sure. I was just curious because it's fresh in my mind because I just talked to him and we basically talked about touring and whatnot. So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's just crazy. I don't know. You definitely I feel like I definitely miss it a lot. But like I said, we wanna definitely take like the right tours for us. We
yeah.
wanna we wanna make sure we kind of want to branch out and play for like a new audience and like make sure we get the tours that are the best for us. Like we're also another thing is like we're not young and right out of high school. We
Hmm.
we we all have jobs, we have house payments, car payments, insurance and everything. Like so, right now, it's not like right now, like if we were to take a tour, we would have to make sure that like there's a lot of things to like
Yeah, you
making
get paid.
like we got to make sure that we're going to come home with a little bit of money,
Yeah, you gotta be
like
able to pay those bills, Yeah.
so we got to be able to pay this business. We can't just take like any tour, like
Hmm.
out there. You know, I'm not saying like and by no means are we expecting like a massive tour right off the bat. Like I know our place. You know, we're a new band. You know, like we gotta build ourselves up. But like
Mm-hmm.
at the same time, like we definitely like, you know,
You know what's up?
we're not young anymore, and we got bills to pay. So we definitely want to make sure when we do take a tour, it's going to be the right tour.
I mean, that makes sense to me, to be honest. I mean, I don't think, yeah, I'm trying to think while you're talking. I was like, what? I wonder what bands would be like that first like tour that would be a banging, popping first tour for the Villa. And I I don't know. I think I got to wait to listen to the music because I'm trying to go off
Yeah,
of the bands you kind of mesh together, like you kind of the sounds like. But like, if you go on a tour with Bring Me the Horizon, I mean, they are breaking out into a different kind of realm of their own genre, but they still tour with that same kind of music. So I'm trying to
yeah,
think what,
they're
in
really
your
smart
opinion,
with their. By the way, they're very smart with who they take out on tour.
I've noticed
They
that recently that there's bands that I
their
don't even
selections of
recognize.
bands that they take out on tour are very smart, and they're very like they're great at picking um up and coming artists. They're great at picking like people that are like popping off or just about to pop off.
Hmm.
And they're I don't know, I've always admired their like the bands that they picked for tours because I'm just like, yeah, they're really smart about it. They don't just pick anybody.
Yeah,
You know, they pick people that are right on the verge of like popping off. You know, so
cool.
they're very smart about that. But yeah, I mean, you'll have to listen to the music and kind of
Yeah.
get more of a feel for it and like go, oh, okay, I see what they're going for. You know.
Do you have maybe like a tour that like it does not a dream tour because a dream tour can be the most insane lineup ever and
Oh
that
yeah,
but like
yeah,
as for like if you could pick the first tour for the Villa, obviously being in keeping in mind that you are a new band and kind of have to work your place in, but also knowing that
yeah.
you know your worth, like who would you kind of like put on that bill?
Um, I don't know if it would be like a I don't know if like it would be maybe like a first tour, but I'll do like like I said, I know we're not going to get like a we wouldn't get like a Bring Me tour right off the bat or
Hmm.
like a like a Breaking Benjamin tour right off the bat. Like I get that, I totally get that. But like I don't know, maybe something like do you know who Pop Evil is?
It sounds familiar. Did Bring Me the Horizon
Like
have them on a tour?
no, I
No,
don't think
no.
so.
It
Like they
sounds
have this
familiar.
one song that's called they have this one song that's called Breathe Again, and it's really, really catchy. It's so good.
I'll
But
have to
like,
look them up. I'll type them in.
like Pop Evil, maybe like Under Oath, like Seven
Okay.
Dust, like Seven Dust, Under Oath. I don't know.
So what about someone out
Like
of that kind of scene? Because
even
both of
even
those,
like even like Motionless, like
that'd
would
be
be
cool.
cool. Like I know they have like a cool like cult following and everything. So we could like fit in with them. I don't know, like even like I don't know. Yeah, like I don't know, like Seven Dust, maybe like
That
Bad
makes, yeah.
Wolves.
Maybe some Deftones.
Yeah, Deftones would be so sick. I mean,
That'd be
that's
sick. Yeah.
I don't expect to get some of these bands right off the bat, obviously, but that's kind of like what we're going for, like
Okay.
um yeah, like Under Oath, like um yeah, like Deftones, Shine Down.
I dig
Um
it, man. I think it'll all happen. I mean, seems like you
so
guys
that's
got
kind of like
everything in
the market
line.
we're kind of like going for, I guess.
Yeah. I think you guys will. I mean, whenever it happens, I'm sure those kind of things will happen. You guys know what you guys need. You guys know what you're worth. You guys got everything kind of lined up, ready to go. I mean, I'm stoked to see where this goes. Like I said earlier, when it all starts to pop off and you guys release stuff,
Definitely.
dude. Well, I gotta say, I mean, this is probably not the last time we're gonna talk. Maybe we can reconvene on another podcast after like maybe the first tour or you guys release music and you guys kind of see what kind of fans you're bringing in and all that stuff because that'd
Definitely.
be cool.
A
And
part a
also,
part two.
yeah, oh dude, there'll be a part 2 for sure. Maybe we can get Kevin's dad ass on here. Uh
Yeah, exactly.
and as far as, we all get in those dark places and stuff sometimes, and sometimes we have no idea why. But obviously, you being, you know, homie, I've known you for a while. You know, feel free to reach out anytime if you ever need someone to chat with. I know you got a good support team, but just letting you know that, you know, I know we don't chat on the regs, but I'm always here for you and all the homies. So
appreciate it, man.
holler
Yeah,
anytime.
I'm definitely glad we got to do this and everything. And dude, like, I wish you like all this success too.
Thank you, man.
Like,
You too.
who knows? Like, dude, it would be cool to see you like just pop off and like do some like big shit.
It's the dream, man, for both of us.
So that'd be really cool.
Awesome, man. Well, thanks, dude. Thanks again for first texting me, because I'm always looking for, you know, the homies to have on the podcast. And when you hit me up, I was like, fuck yeah, let's go.
Hell yeah.
So, well, dude, again, thank you so much. And yeah, we'll keep in touch, because I got your number now, and that'll be we'll keep in touch, man.
Hell yeah, man. All right. Well, dude, yeah, it was good to talk to you. Take it easy, man.
The Daily Podcast. Podcast.